Kia ora!
Kia ora!
And welcome to Cambridge.
Yes, and the RDA group.
So Cambridge is not just famous for cycling and rowing prowess, but actually famous first and foremost as a horse town. And today we're visiting with the RDA, Riding for the Disabled, here in Cambridge, just off Victoria Street, where we're going to get to see the wonderful work that the team there do with therapy through horses.
Talking about the riding with the disabled, it was really interesting to hear that a lot of the people that are taking advantage of the coaching and therapy and the services can be facing problems that might feel a little bit or fall a little bit outside of the category that we usually think of as disabled. So ADHD is a big problem nowadays, and therapy with the horses really helps. Or people that are a little bit shy and are not that prone to socialize and open to interactions in the open world. And this type of therapies are really helping out those kind of social skills, and it's just an alternative way to enable this part of us.
I think one of the things that we've talked to the team here about is that the organisation was established a long time ago, and the way in which we think of disability today has shifted a long way. And so a lot of the recipients of the services that are provided here would not think of themselves as people with disabilities. However, they are very much in the sector of people who would very much benefit from the therapies that our horses have to offer. We'll just spin around here.
See that we are sneaking into one of the coaching sessions, and there is some motion taking place behind us. You can see the first rider just going around, and then there is more behind. It's so cool. So today they have the first session of the term, and they will be introduced to the routine that they will be creating and working towards.
So the sessions all start here in the stable, where they calm the horse and the rider and get them settled in, and then they move them up to the paddock for a little bit more outdoor fun. So we're just going to follow along.
Yeah, come with us.
Yeah, we're going to find out a little bit more about Riding for the Disabled and how it came to be and what's at the heart of this mission. Kia ora.
Hello.
Hello.
Please introduce yourself to our audience.
I'm Wendy. I'm the very recent ex-president of Cambridge Riding for the Disabled.
Tell us more about how this organisation started, what's at the heart and at the core of what Riding for the Disabled does in the community.
So today you can see quite a good range of facilities that we've got here. We're very privileged to have had funding to do that. But how Cambridge RDA started was the other side of town, in a borrowed paddock that we had every other Saturday, people bringing horses down. There was a portaloo down there, and we have developed from that to what you see here today. Through various funding efforts that we've had things like a covered arena put together. Sir Patrick Hogan was very helpful through helping us raise funds with many other people at that time. So we've come a long way in the last 42 years, which is excellent to see.
What do you love about this place?
This is the best thing I've ever done in my life. You go to work, you get paid, and you do a good job. But here, immediately you see the difference you make. You have riders who come at the start of a term, they've never been near a horse, they're not getting on the horse. And by the end, they've got confidence, they're asking to do things. Riders who may be non-verbal are communicating in their way with us by the end of term. And huge changes over a year as well with our riders. So it's great as a volunteer to see what people do.
And how reliant are you on the volunteers?
We're pretty much 100% reliant on volunteers. We have a couple of paid staff members, but very much mostly volunteers. And we have about 50 riders per week, so it takes a lot of volunteers. And we don't just need volunteers who like horses or who like working with people. We have huge amount of jobs, so feeding out, cleaning. We have volunteers who come and help with farm work, driving the tractor, fencing, that sort of thing. So it doesn't mean that you have to be a horse person or even a person to want to come and volunteer for us.
Is it a certain age required?
We need our volunteers to be over 16 before they can come, but we don't have a maximum limit. We have a couple of volunteers over 80. So we try to tailor what they do, and they tailor themselves. But no, there's no maximum limit at all.
Wonderful.
Hey.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. Is there any last thoughts you'd like to share with the
Yeah, a funny
whānau at home?
story that comes to
Oh.
mind. We
No,
want the juicy bit.
no juicy stories, but we're at the moment, our theme this year is carousel riding and sort of riding and dance and things like that. So our riders
cool.
this morning have been telling me what they want to do as their display at the end of the year. So I think we're doing an interpretive dance to the YMCA song, but changing it to RDA and ending with riding develops ability. So that's excellent.
That is brilliant.
Gold.
I love the take on it.
Yes, yeah. And hopefully our sponsors could come down. We're very privileged with the sponsors we have. So there's the Lions Club, Rotary, Rodmore Trust, a huge number of sponsors who help us. We're always looking for more, of course, but a lot of sponsors. So we're very grateful and we would thank them a lot.
Thank you,
Love it.
Wendy.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Awesome. Let's
Yeah,
carry on.
let's
watch
go.
some dancing happening on the
Oh.
horses here.
Yes.
Okay, quickly
Shall we
sneak
go?
around, sneak around.
Sneak around. She says sneak around.
It's pretty exciting. We saw some great dance moves just a second ago. Let's see if you can spot any yourself.
Oh.
But as you can tell from Wendy's very impassioned kōrero, this work makes a massive difference in people's lives. It brings children out of their shells who might otherwise not have that opportunity.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I love
Really
the
amazing.
routine though,
Oh,
and I
that's
love that they're changing it to make it all this.
Match
Yeah,
it
it
with
gives so much character, and
theirs. I
it
think
just
if we go around
so
the
much
room- yeah, we
joy.
go.
And here, there it is.
Yeah, so quite intensive in terms of how many volunteers are required
Yeah,
for just a
Actually,
small number of riders.
it's quite a big stable, and
Yes.
there are quite a few horses as well. And looking after each one of them, I would assume it requires a lot of energy and time and beautiful love.
Absolutely. Quite
Because
specialist horses.
Yeah.
So not just any horse can be utilised
True.
for this kind of work. In
True.
fact, we met one horse earlier that specifically is able to take people from a hoist. And that's a 1 in a million horse, I'm told. So, you know, like it's an enormous amount of training
Yeah.
required, testing, also to ensure the safety of the riders, and a real dedicated team.
every horse has, of course, a certain weight that they can lift, and it's very tricky because the moment that there is a rider that has a disability disabling them from lifting their core, they need to go and add 20 kilos to the actual weight, because this is what the horse would be riding, and not every horse can do that. So they really need to find the right fit, and then also the right character, so be a docile one and just in the right frame of mind, and also match it with the right volunteer who has a special connection to the horse and can actually be the horse whisperer. Monty the pony, he is a
yeah.
little bit of a superstar, so it was really cool to meet a VIP horse. It's not, you know, that you meet one every day.
No.
And Monty goes to breastfeed homes, he goes to the hospital to connect with children, and they just need a little bit of joy in their life. So it's pretty special, and people know him. And not just that, given that Cambridge is full of old jockeys, they do remember Monty, and there are many stories that come out. So
He's a local celebrity.
It's a local celebrity. It's pretty cool. I really appreciate it. We came a little bit earlier to meet the team, and they were all having monitoring and bonding and talking about the day and how will they translate all the training that they had in the past 2 weeks during the school holidays to really enhance the coaching and the routine and the facilities. So there is a lot of teamwork going on, and the atmosphere was just very
just
warm and
full of love. And
Yeah.
For the horses, for the people they serve, and for each other. So it's beautiful warmth and connection, a real sense of community.
So, can you introduce yourself and what made you volunteer for the RDA group?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Fiona. I've been working with RDA Cambridge now for, gosh, almost 5 years. And I came back from overseas. I had a little bit of time left for myself to do something around volunteering. And I thought RDA is perfect because actually my eldest brother has an intellectual disability. He's now 58, but back when he was younger, when he was in his around sort of 6 or 7, he needed help with learning to build up his core muscles and learning to walk. So he came to the RDA for a few years and just helped to build up all his strength, and now he's living a fairly normal life and being able to walk and you know, all of those good things. So I thought I would give back to RDA, which is an organisation that's helped me and my family.
So Monty is not ridden.
And I also grew up with horses, so that's another bonus for me. I get to work with lovely horses like Cruz here, who is an absolute darling, aren't you, mate?
This is such a beautiful story and something, that really connects you to this in such a meaningful way.
Absolutely. RDA is so rewarding in so many different ways. Like, I love to see the kids come. Maybe they've not had such a good morning or whatever, but they leave with good big smiles on their faces. They learn a lot more than just core balance and strength, but there's communication, there's teamwork, there's all sorts of things that they learn when they come here, and helps them out in the real world. And I'd have to say it helps me out in the real world too, because I've learned a lot around empathy, about kindness, about putting myself in other people's shoes, being able to read the kids and how they're going, being able to read the horses and how they're feeling. Mr. Cruz here today has been a little bit impatient, but it's his first week back, so we give him credit for the fact that he's getting back into the swing of things, aren't you, mate?
We don't want Cruz to get upset with us.
Oh, he's a good boy.
Kia ora, Renee. Renee's here with us at the Riding for the Disabled. Renee, when did you meet the guys here, and what's your experience been with this place?
Very nice, and I'm having a great time today, my first day back.
Yeah.
Oh. And I met my horse Kiki, and Monday I will be riding a new horse, Valentine's.
Oh, I heard that you've been helping out a lot around here. What kind of jobs do you do?
I help to put all the hay in the horses' hay nets, and I been helping walk the horses around in the arena over there.
Fantastic. And how long have you been coming here?
Long time ago.
How long do you think? About 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've done everything, and now you help out around here yourself.
Yes, I do.
That's fantastic. And you're still a rider as well.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time, Renee.
Yeah. It seems like playing such a big part in your life. And
RDA is the most amazing organisation, so if anybody can help us out a little bit it goes a long way with a bit of funding, or even come and volunteer like us, because I guarantee you'll have the time of your life.
I love it.
cool. It's an opportunity to remind people how can they contribute to this story. So sponsorships, volunteering.
Yeah, donations, any donation is welcome. So if people want to give a small donation, there's details on the website of how to do that. So we're very grateful for everything, whether it's donations, time, or anything else that people want to give us. We appreciate everything.
And you'll be part of this.
Creating dancing horses.
Dancing horses on the
Fantastic.
RDA song.
Who's this? This is terrific Toby. He's been with us for a long time. He is the only horse that we have on site at the moment who is hoist trained. So this is a really big deal. So this means that any rider that cannot move themselves can actually still ride. You have to be a 1 in a million horse to be able to manage that within themselves, because it's a big deal. It's a high stressor. So terrific Toby. Okay, so this is Kiwi. She's quite new to us. She is the softest, sweetest, most sensitive little horse you will ever meet. We were lucky enough to get some funding from Jumble Around to actually purchase her. So she is much loved. Softest, sweetest, kindest little pony you'll ever come across. Perfect Pepsi. She is a little deer heart, so all the little tots will go on her. You can see that she's in a saddle pad, so that there's no extra stress on her. She's waiting for a ride in the 4th session. Her and Toby are best friends. They stay together. They go on holiday together. They do everything together, but they're not together. They're just friends. Hey Pepsi. This guy, this is Cruz the clown. Hey boy. Hey boy, so he is the funniest horse you will ever meet. He is such a character. Big safe boy, aren't you? So he's 21, so he's getting on a bit. So he's quite a big horse, but as they get older, it's really important that we keep them strong. So they take a lot of work. Hey boy. Yeah, Cruzy the clown. Beautiful. This is Valentine. She is new to us. She is, we have a lovely supporter named Val, who has Kiwi, Valentine, Cruz, and Kiki, who's not here at the moment, have all come from Val. She's just beginning her testing, so she's been working through all the obstacles on the ground. So the next thing that will happen is one of our coaches will ride her, and then one of our volunteers will ride her, and if she passes all those tests, she will get introduced into the program. So yeah, she's in the testing phase at the moment. It's quite a big deal for her. There's a lot of change in her life, going from being out in the paddock and being ridden by one person to being in an environment like this where there's a lot going on. So she's doing a great job so far.
It's so much character and it's just
if we go around
so
the
much
room- yeah, we
joy.
go.
Thank you so much.